Good morning, everybody. Grand Rising. Happy Monday. Welcome to the All About Favorite channel. I'm your host, Pastor KZ. This is from the Ketos Eyewear line. My attire all this week is teams and from the NFL who won in the AFC. And I'm going to kick it off with my home state, the Miami Dolphins. Y'all keep doing what you're doing there. Also, I want to make mention, have you all heard of Brooksville, Florida? Well, one of my subscribers in Brooksville sent me this very nice coffee mug. Let me turn it around here. Look at this. I am a coffee mug fanatic and keychain fanatic. And I just want to thank you so much for this beautiful black coffee mug. And it said, "Here's to strong women. May we know them, may we be them, and may we raise them." Thank you so much. I am representing the coffee mug sent from a subscriber in Brooksville, Florida. Perfect hot decaf coffee. That's for somebody who says decaf coffee is no good. But anyway, let's get rolling this week. I want to tell you this. Whatever I say on these shows, they will bless somebody. And what do I mean by bless somebody? It means that it will be beneficial for you. And if it's not for you, please share this video with somebody else. I get so many subscribers based on you sharing them. And don't forget, please, y'all, hit the thumbs up. Thumbs up, like the video at the end of the video. Comment if you would like to, or you just may email me your comments. I'm good with that too. walkinfavor61@yahoo.com. And if you have yet to subscribe, go ahead, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. I will be shifting these glasses a lot because they're big and they're sliding up and down my face. But let's get started with this week's topics. How about this? This will be considered your priority. Your priority. That's all of the topics this week is going to be about your priorities. You have got to find a way, y'all, to keep going on. Sometimes things happen in your life and you feel like, you know what, I'm just tired. I think I said that last week. I don't know how to get going, but you will have to find a way to keep going on. In spite of what you're dealing with, you have got to keep going on. Now, from time to time, we all feel like we need a little push. You know, we need to get motivated again and get back on track. And it may be times when you just don't feel like getting out of bed. Anybody ever felt that way? Have you ever felt like, you know what, I just can't get going today? And then you pick up that cell phone and what do? Call in sick. Now, you're not really physically sick. You're sick emotionally. Mentally, you are just drained and I can't get going today. Now, let me say this. It doesn't matter what the source of your disruption is, what the source of your lack of motivation is. It is important that you find a way to keep going on. What you're experiencing is quite naturally. You know, some people say, oh, that's just not natural. It's quite naturally for all of us, including Pastor KZ. Sometimes it's hard to get going. Sometimes it's hard to get that motivation, that drive going. But you know what? Sometimes it might manifest in different ways. Your lack of interest, your lack of enthusiasm, little motivation, these are common signs that there is a disconnect. There's a disconnect somewhere emotionally. Now, here's just my take, and remember my disclaimer. I'm not an expert on this. I'm not a guru. I'm simply just giving you some thoughts and opinions based on the subjects you want to talk about. And, you know, y'all like to emphasize to me via your emails, Pastor Casey, something's going on with me. I just don't know what it is. So I want to just offer you what I believe. And I believe that it is important for you to explore why you are feeling this way. I believe that you need to get to the root cause of the problem, because if you don't get to the root of a problem or a situation that's going on with you, it's going to keep coming back. So I think you need to find a way to get up and keep going on. And that is your priority starting today. Now, let me just say this, and I'm going to just keep it real. Y'all know I keep it 100. But you know what? Sitting around the house all day in your pajamas, that ain't going to get the house clean. And I know that's not ebonically correct, but we having real talk here with Pastor Casey. Just sitting around in your pajamas all day long, blinds closed, that won't get anything done that needs to be done. Coming up with all kind of excuses and reasons why you're going through this. You're discouraged, you're a little depressed, you're frustrated. That's not going to get the laundry done. That's not going to get dinner on the table later. You are not practicing self-care. That's for lack of a better word. You are not practicing self-care. And as long as you don't find a way to get back up, and believe you me, this is going to go on longer than it should. Now, as I said, we all have days like it's just, you know what, I feel blah. And that's okay. But what is not okay is when these days turns into weeks, weeks turns into months, and next thing you know, you 4 years down the line in this same rut, with this same ruminating behavior going on, where you're just listless and not getting up doing what you need to do. I keep telling you, you have got to take preventative measures to take care of yourself. If you're not taking care of yourself, you're not going to be any good to anybody else. And for those people out here in the YouTube streets and in these book gurus who tell you it's something wrong with you, you're not supposed to feel down, I am so sorry to report, I believe there are days we all feel that way. The difference is some of us know how to get back up sooner than others. And what I'm trying to do here is explain to you and express that sometimes after you're grieving a loss, it's hard to get back going when you just laid your mama to rest. It's hard to get back going when you just laid your husband or your child or your grandmother or someone close to you, a longtime companion or your best friend. It's hard to get back up right away because you have to go through the grieving process, and no one knows what is the normal time or process to grieve. You know, it just takes time to heal. And also, I want to say, I've heard someone say that there are days, Pastor KZ, when I just can't get up. I'm just too drained. I'm drained mentally and I'm drained physically. This is a common symptom of depression, y'all. Believe it or not, this is a common symptom of depression. And it goes overlooked for so long until something really major happens. And then everybody says, oh, I didn't see that coming. She looked so happy. No, what she was doing or what he was doing was what I told you last week. You were fronting. That's for lack of a better term, as the young folks say. You were putting the best on the outside, and you were not being honest and giving an honest assessment of who you really are and what you're really going through. So you put the best on the outside, you put on this mask, you go out before people, but inside you're breaking apart on the inside. You're falling apart. Y'all, it got to start with you being honest. You must tell somebody, listen, I need your help right now. I'm in a bad space. I'm struggling emotionally. Will you pray with me? I just need you to come and sit with me. Y'all, you miss key, crucial signs when people are screaming out for help that you just don't have time to pay attention to. You know why? Because you're too busy doing your own thing in your life. Are you running the rat race? Are you hustling, trying to make a side hustle, trying to work 2-3 jobs? You trying to keep up this image or continue in your affairs until you miss the signs of something very crucial. And you know what? We've got to do better with that. And I want to say this. Someone expressed to me in an email, Pastor Casey, I know I need help, but I feel it's a sign of weakness if I ask for help. You're not weak, you're strong, actually. It takes a strong person to say, I'm not doing all right. I need some help. I'm going through something. I can't get going. I cry every day. I'm going through this process of grieving, and I just can't stop. Even people going through divorces or breakups or losing their jobs, losing their livelihoods, or transitioning from one state to the next or city. You've moved, so you're making a transition. Y'all, people go through things that they may not verbalize to you, but if you pay attention, you can catch these signs. They're not taking care of themselves emotionally. Sure, they may look okay on the outside. I've heard someone say, oh, they was always well kept and well dressed and put together and said the right things. Yeah, but that's outward. The person that needs fixing is the inner man, the inner woman. You can put it together and throw on some makeup and a nice outfit and look good on the outside, but you messed up here. You messed up here. So please, I encourage you to journal. Journaling helps, y'all. It helps. I was looking at a poll, and in the poll, they were asking the people who journal versus those who did not journal. And believe me, 90% of the people who journal were in a better headspace emotionally, because from rereading their journals, a lot of people decided to get counseling, which is my next resource for you. Please get yourself into therapy. There's nothing wrong with it. Go, if you got a good pastor and you trust your pastor, get into pastoral counseling. And I don't mean just getting into counseling with anybody, but it has to be someone you trust and someone you feel like can give you the tools that you need to get back going again. Now, you have a purpose. You are important. You're important to your children, your future children, those of you who don't have any, your grandchildren. You got nieces and nephews. Some of you got siblings. Those of you whose parents are still with you. You got people who love you, including your friends who are your chosen family. You got people who need you, people who love you, and people who will be there for you. But at some point, you have to reach out and say, I need you right now. I can't do it by myself. I always say, prayer is very important. Having a good spiritual grounding is important. But you have people who will help you if you only reach out. You're going to get through things. Just don't give up. Sam Levinson, he has a quote, and it's very key, and I found this quote, and he says, don't watch the clock. Do what the clock does. Keep going. And I leave you with that. Thank you so much for watching. Keep going. Get focused. Find your balance. Never give up hope. You're loved and you're worth it. Make yourself a priority. I'll see you back tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Don't forget, hit the thumbs up, please. Thumbs up and subscribe.